Hello, America. My name is Matthew B. Moore, and I'm here on a mission to keep you from renting crap. And today I'm going to talk about one of the classics, Star Wars. You know, the first one, the 70s, the New Hope, that one. The first one that came out whenever Lucas made the first one, a long time ago, in the 70s. Got it clear? Okay, great. Now, you think I'm going to be negative because I'm being sarcastic and making my little smart-ass voice. I might. But first I want to start off by explaining something about a word that I use and how I use it in reviews. It's the definition of penis in the descriptive. Now, when I say something is penis, I mean it's bad. But I could see where there might be some confusion, and I was talking to someone the other day, and I said, man, that movie was penis. Not this one, but another movie that was penis. And he's like, well, what do you mean penis? I mean, it's like penis. It sucked. It was penis. He goes, well, penis isn't necessarily bad. I mean, I like my penis. Well, it's true. I like my penis too. No homo. But, and I'm sure all men like their penis. If you don't, you've got a problem. But when you say something is penis, it doesn't really, like come off like a good descriptor. Like, okay, man, check out these new shoes I got, man. They are penis. It kind of works, but at the same time, like, dude, did you get those shoes? Man, those things are penis. Then, to me, that works a little bit better. And so that's like, there's good penis and bad penis. Well, bad penis would be, in the descriptive, like, the equivalent would be, hey, welcome to cell block 10. It's your turn. That would be a good dip into bad penis. Another example of bad penis would be, you're picnicking and you fall asleep and you're in a field with trees and the wind's blowing and the wheat's waving like this and the sun and the clouds are beautiful everywhere, and you wake up and there's an ox standing over you with its giant ox schlong slightly tapping you in the forehead. That would be bad penis. Or having a wild time in Vegas and coming back with something growing on your penis. That would also be a description of bad penis. So as we dip into the Star Wars series, you're going to need to know what that means. It's very important. But we're not going to use it, except for Mark Hamill's acting, which was penis. In this movie, we won't use penis but once in this review. So just in case you've been living in a cave under the surface of Mars for your entire life, I'll go ahead and break down the story of Star Wars for you. There's an evil empire, and they're bad. And there's a group of rebels, and they're good, and they're rebelling against the evil empire. And there's a secret. There's a secret to crack the empire wide open. It's how to deactivate their ultimate weapon, which is a big, giant, moon-sized space station that can shoot a laser beam and blow up a whole planet. Now, there's a princess that has these. There's a rebel princess. And she almost gets caught, but she ejects this secret to a wizard named Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he shoots it out with these two dumbass robots. They land on the planet and they go through a little adventure and they end up in the hands of this farm boy. And his name is Luke Skywalker. And Luke he's a farm boy and his parents are dead and everybody's sad. And he doesn't want to be a farmer. He wants to be a pilot like his father. And he's a diamond in the rough. So he finds these two droids and he goes out to find this wizard, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And they got to get off the planet and they meet this guy named Han Solo with this giant monkey dog guy named Chewbacca. They get on their little weird shaped plane that's not symmetrical and they take off into space to get this information to the rebels and then go attack the Empire and strike a blow against the Empire and let them know that the rebels ain't having it no more. Save the princess. Anyway, this movie is actually incredible. I'm not always around to slam on movies. Star Wars, the first one, is a very, very good movie. It's extremely well thought out. It's extremely well shot. The production design on it is fantastic. The editing is good. The music is incredible. It's encapsulating. It's philosophical. It's religious. It's heartwarming. It's heartbreaking. It's exciting. It's all of these things, and it's what a movie should be. Now there's some cheeseball writing in places, and there's some corny acting in places. But it never bothers you, really, because the movie itself, again, is completely encapsulating. There's fantastic characters that you really, really love, and there's several of them that you really, really love, and the character development is marvelous. It's like somebody was listening when they wrote the script, like, oh yeah, I remember what my teacher taught me. Anyway, and as far as the evil character goes, they're evil. You hate the shit out of them.
and you really love to hate them. And the scenarios are big and they're well thought out, and the timing, the pacing, everything. It's what a movie should be. I mean, I'll admit, when I was a kid, I wanted to be Han. I wanted a Wookiee, and I wanted that messed up ship that wasn't really kind of symmetrical. I still want to be Han.
There's something dark coming, and you don't know what it is, but it's very scary.
Star Wars is one of those movies, and it's rare, where at the end of it, everyone in the theater stands up and claps. Who are they clapping for? I think they're clapping to say, "Thank God, you made a phenomenal movie. I was entertained. That guy was entertained. Those two people over there that were making out during the trailers didn't make out at all because they were too much into this movie." And everybody's like, "Yay, that's a good movie." That's something you always remember. I've seen it happen a couple other times. 300, when it was over, everybody stood up and cheered. Wow. And a couple other times. Predator. When I saw it in the theater, people stood up and cheered. Which is, well, that's the 80s. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, Star Wars, take a leap. And just, here's the thing. A thing of quality from the 70s, well, we'll pick up something real quick. Just imagine, it's 1977. And you're playing this on your 8-track player on the way to the theater to see Star Wars for the 35th time. I have several fond memories of the 70s. KC and the Sunshine Band. Well, being around for the bicentennial, 4th of July, that was cool. And Star Wars. I like disco too. Judge me if you want to. Now, I don't burn everything, and I'm not always Mr. Negative. And I knew you thought I was going to rip a hole in Star Wars, but that's for later. Like I said, something dark is coming. But not today. Today, we whip the Empire's ass, and everybody goes over to that big palace and dances. With a big monkey. And a hot chick with like little weird things on her head. On a neat little planet with a bunch of trees. You smart, America. Go back and take a look at it and enjoy yourself. You ain't never too old.